McLaren may have just triggered the most dangerous political chain reaction in modern Formula One, and almost nobody noticed the real warning sign. This isn't just about Max Verstappen possibly leaving Red Bull or Oscar Piastri feeling uncomfortable at McLaren. The crucial detail is that multiple insiders are now connecting three separate movements into one coordinated shift. Gianpiero Lambiase leaving Red Bull for McLaren. Mark Webber reportedly pushing behind the scenes for Piastri and Verstappen's escape clauses suddenly becoming public discussion. That combination is massive because in Formula One, engineers move first, managers league second, and drivers move last. And if this rumor is even partially true, then the entire 2027 grid could already be secretly reshaping itself around one explosive possibility: Red Bull preparing for life after Verstappen, while McLaren quietly builds a team designed specifically to attract him. For the last 2 seasons, McLaren looked untouchable from the outside. Constructors' champions, massive aerodynamic gains, elite tire management, and arguably the most stable driver pairing on the grid. But beneath that polished image, tensions have quietly started to emerge. Oscar Piastri's dramatic loss in the 2025 title fight created uncomfortable questions about internal priorities at McLaren, especially after several strategic calls appeared to favor Lando Norris during crucial championship moments. That matters because Formula One drivers do not judge teams only on speed. They judge them on political trust. And according to one Pablo Montoya, Mark Webber is now not happy with how McLaren is handling Piastri's future. But there's a catch nobody is talking about enough. Red Bull's entire structure was built around Verstappen's driving style, Verstappen's feedback, and Verstappen's authority inside the garage. If Max leaves, Red Bull doesn't just lose a driver, they lose the center of gravity of the entire operation. That is exactly why Oscar Piastri suddenly becomes so valuable. Young, technically calm, extremely precise under braking, and mentally resistant to pressure. Meanwhile, McLaren's recruitment of Verstappen's trusted engineer, Gianpiero Lambiase, creates another layer of suspicion that feels far too specific to ignore. So, what if this isn't a rumor at all? What if both teams are already preparing for a silent driver war behind closed doors? Before we move on, make sure to smash that like button and hit subscribe so you never miss out on any of our latest videos. Because what's happening behind the scenes right now could completely redefine the Formula One power balance for the next decade. The first thing we need to understand is why Oscar Piastri suddenly makes strategic sense for Red Bull, because this is not simply about replacing a fast driver with another fast driver. Red Bull's current crisis goes much deeper than lap time. Since Adrian's influence began fading internally and several senior technical figures started departing the organization, Red Bull has looked increasingly unstable in the post-ground effect era. Their car philosophy became hyper-aggressive around rear instability and peak rotation, which perfectly suited Verstappen's supernatural front-end sensitivity but created a nightmare environment for every second driver that entered the garage. Look at the evidence. Sergio Perez collapsed under the instability. Liam Lawson struggled to adapt. Even experienced simulator drivers reportedly found the RB platform extremely narrow in setup range. The car rotates violently on corner entry, uses an aggressive rear ride height philosophy, and depends heavily on precise aero balance during transient direction changes. Verstappen can drive around that instability because his steering corrections are microscopic and incredibly fast. Most drivers cannot. Now compare that to Oscar Piastri. Piastri's driving profile is one of the cleanest on the grid. Minimal steering input, extremely controlled brake release, calm rear axle management during traction zones. He is not an emotional overdriver. He doesn't attack the front tire like Norris. He stabilizes the platform first, then extracts lap time progressively. Technically, that is exactly the kind of driver Red Bull would want if they lose Verstappen and are forced to redesign their aerodynamic philosophy around a less extreme operating window. And here's the key political layer. Mark Webber knows Red Bull internally better than almost anybody outside Christian Horner's leadership circle. He understands how they negotiate. He understands how they structure contracts. More importantly, he understands how Red Bull protects its #1 asset. Webber lived through the Sebastian Vettel era, where internal equality often existed more in public messaging than operational reality. But there's another side. Would Verstappen actually want Norris as a teammate? That question matters because Max historically thrives when operational hierarchy is crystal clear. At Red Bull, the team architecture evolved completely around him. At McLaren, he enters a politically shared environment with a deeply embedded star driver already inside the organization. That creates friction risk immediately. Which brings us back to Oscar Piastri. Because from Red Bull's perspective, Piastri may actually represent the cleaner long-term investment. Younger than Verstappen's current Red Bull era, less politically dominant, technically adaptable, exceptionally composed under pressure, and crucially, still developing his ultimate performance ceiling. Red Bull could rebuild an entire post-Verstappen identity around him instead of simply trying to replicate Verstappen himself. And Laurent Mekies reportedly beginning quiet contact is another signal people shouldn't ignore. Mekies is not known for chaotic public maneuvers. He operates methodically. If Red Bull is genuinely evaluating Piastri, then they are probably studying much more than pure speed. They are evaluating leadership profile, engineering communication quality, simulator integration, media control, and long-term adaptability to the 2026 regulation. Remember, the next regulation cycle changes everything. A driver who adapts fastest to energy deployment management, active aero behavior, and new tire loading characteristics could dominate the next era. Teams are no longer thinking only about 2026 pace. They are thinking about who controls 2027 through 2030. And politically, McLaren may face the hardest decision of all, because if they hesitate too long between Norris and Piastri internally, they risk creating exactly the same instability Mercedes once experienced with Hamilton and Rosberg. Two elite drivers fighting for equal status inside a championship-level car creates invisible fractures across engineering groups. Mechanics take sides. Strategy departments split psychologically. Development paths diverge. Replacing Verstappen is not mathematically possible. You cannot replace 4 world titles, qualifying genius, tire management mastery, wet weather dominance, and elite racecraft with one driver. You replace the system instead. And Piastri may be the closest available driver capable of helping Red Bull evolve into a new structure without collapsing competitively. This is why the swap rumor refuses to die. Not because it's simple, not because it's cheap, but because strategically it solves problems for both teams simultaneously. McLaren potentially gains the most complete driver of his generation alongside Verstappen's trusted engineer and future technical direction. Red Bull gains a younger elite talent capable of stabilizing a post-Verstappen era without detonating internal politics, and Formula One's entire competitive balance changes overnight. Because if this happens, Ferrari suddenly faces 2 super teams instead of 1. Mercedes risks falling behind in the driver market war. Aston Martin's long-term project becomes harder to sell. Even midfield driver negotiations get reshaped because one superstar transfer always triggers a chain reaction throughout the entire paddock. And maybe that's the most dangerous part of this entire story, because once Formula One starts publicly discussing escape clauses, unhappy managers, engineer movements, and future replacements all at the same time, it usually means the negotiations behind closed doors are already far more advanced than anybody admits publicly. The terrifying possibility for McLaren is that they may soon be forced to choose between protecting their future around Lando Norris or gambling everything on bringing Max Verstappen into the team. But if Red Bull truly believes Oscar Piastri is the perfect foundation for the next era, then the 2027 driver market may already be exploding in secret right now. So who would you choose, Verstappen or Piastri? Write your opinion down in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more explosive Formula One stories from this channel.